Hey, it's Mika, aka Taji.
This is Kia.
And this is Mel. And this is the Drunken Threesomes with the First Ladies. Welcome. Episode 3. Okay.
Okay, uno, dos, tres. Okay? Yes. What's up, girls?
Hey, ladies.
I am here. What is going on? Well, first, what are we drinking on?
Yeah, let's start there.
Okay, I am drinking leftover Corbel champagne from this weekend.
Okay.
Brut. Corbel Brut. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Nice. And I'm having a Tito's Pina Colada with a little mango.
Okay. Well, I also have some champagne from over the weekend, some rosé champagne.
Okay.
Okay, y'all some bougie hoes. This, okay, all right. I just went straight to the ratchet. Wow. Okay.
Okay. But yes, we gotta take our cheers. Oh, we forgot because we all drank, but we ain't even clink. So clink,
clink, clink, clink, clink, clink.
For episode 3.
And I did it right this time. Melody not gonna yell at me this time. I did it. I did it right.
Yes, you did it right. You did it right.
Thank you.
So,
what's tea, girl? What's tea, ladies? How was everybody's weekend? Talk to us. Talk to me.
I'll give the short version of mine. Was in an Black entrepreneur group. This girl made a post. She basically got scammed. She was ordering from a Black company a wig. They got it for $225. She didn't get her confirmation. She kept reaching out her email, nothing. Then she went to Instagram, nothing, got blocked. And then so basically she just came to the group and told everybody, don't use this particular person. So I offered, I have a cousin out of Texas. I was like, you better catch her before she go on maternity leave. Shout out to Queen Jasmine, and her Instagram is queen_Jasmine.hair. So we'll make sure it's posted down below because she's really, really good. And also, we made a suggestion, like maybe the girl could put her Cash App up there, and maybe, it's thousands of people in the group. So I'm like, $5 here and there until she get to her $225, because she basically was there supporting Black business and it didn't work out for her. So after that, it was just a lot of people on the post like, oh, you should have did your research. You should have did that. Oh, you just got. I ain't giving you $5, nothing. And then it was like, there's people getting evicted out here, and, and y'all worried about a wig, all this over a wig. And I was like, well, technically, I don't give a fuck what it is. Like, if we're out here helping each other, if somebody is getting evicted and they post about it, yeah, collectively, if we're sticking together and we're coming together, we should be able to help each other, period. So that's just where I was, like, coming more from a heart of giving. And, it really took on a whole different thing. And it made me kind of like, it turned me off, because like some of these people actually are business owners. And I was like, so like if I purchase from you, would that be the case? Like I should have read the reviews and everything first, because every 2 bad reviews, there's like 10 other good ones. So I was like, yeah, I wasn't feeling that. And then at that point, that amped me to go, and like, I now truly do understand why some people don't support some of these Black businesses. And it's not all because the businesses that I work with personally, they're great. And the thing is, I know these people, or it's word of mouth. I know them through you guys, but I never had a bad experience for me to say, oh, why y'all don't support Black businesses or support some of these businesses until this incident. So, it kind of really threw me off, and it made me sad, because I feel like, we need to stick together, if anything, right now. And that turned me off. And then also, I learned a new thing, because there was a debate about a transgender and cisgender, and I didn't know the difference. And, I'm gay, but it's just too many labels out here in these streets. So apparently, a cisgender is a female who was born a female and identify as a female, and the transgender is the opposite. So to me, I'm like, well, can I just say I'm a woman? Like, I'm a female. I was born a woman. I'm a woman. I'm still a woman. But we're cisgenders. So I learned that this weekend. Yeah.
I don't understand. It's just, I'm old school, and I'll make this quick. I'm old school. So back when we were growing up, yeah, it was gays, lesbians, homosexuals. It was, we understood that. But now in the 2020s, what the heck is a cisgender? I Googled it and they don't even spell it right. Like it's like it's made up, but then I guess if it's on Google, then it's a definition. But who is making up this stuff all of a sudden?
I don't know.
But apparently we're cisgenders. So.
No, I'm Melanie, thanks.
Hey, sis.
I'm a female. My birth certificate says not cisgender.
No,
what about you, Mel? What's going on?
Talk to us, Melanie.
Oh, yeah. How was my weekend? My weekend was good. Yeah, my weekend was good.
Ooh, that it was.
But well, Friday was a good evening. Saturday was my mom's birthday, so we celebrated her birthday.
Yes.
Yeah, so we celebrated my mommy's 65th. She actually turned 65. She don't look it. But so we had a good time. Her boyfriend, he was on a grill, and it was just, a few of us, not a whole lot of us. The immediate, her kids, her boyfriend, and her grands, and her kids' significant others. So, but we had a really, really good time. And then yesterday I was so blown because I said, like last episode, I was supposed to go with Keith on the trail. That was the goal, but it didn't work out that way because I had overslept because I didn't have no sleep. That's one thing I will say about this week. I haven't slept for real. But I didn't get to do that. But I did get to go shopping with my son because he had his very first job interview, and it actually went really, really well. So some love and light and make sure he get a call back. So, but that's pretty much my weekend. And today has just been a day I'm just trying to get it together. I'm tired, but we're going to get through.
Boost it back up after I was a downer, but okay. Well, I'm going to leave that to you to boost it up because it was your anniversary. You had a lot.
Yes.
What's the tea, girl?
Okay, the tea. Okay. So this weekend was very, very great. It was very adventurous. My husband and I celebrated our 1-year anniversary, our wedding anniversary, to be specific, right? And we also got married on my mother-in-law's birthday. So we celebrated her birthday Saturday with a backyard party because she had just purchased a house. So we had a party for her, and then my husband and I celebrated that and then did our own little thing the weekend. There was a little hiccup with the hotel setup, but my husband reminded me that it's just us two. It will always be us two, no matter what happens. It's going to be a whole bunch of hiccups in the world, but just know that he just said, just know that I have your back, and it's just the two of us. So he had to kind of bring me back to reality because I'm a crybaby, Aries, and I was just boo-booing.
All our Aries are crybabies.
Okay, don't judge us.
And
okay?
A lot of them is crazy.
Well, I'm not one of those. I'm a special kind, okay? But I was boohooing like a baby, and Aquarius is a disrespectful, all of them.
No,
and
we're a little bit.
He was trying not to laugh, but he was laughing because I was crying, and he was like, "Stop overthinking it. It's okay." I'm like, "But," and he was like, "It's just you and I, and we're here, and it's fine." So I was like, "Okay, you go ahead." That was kind of sexy how you just brought that to my attention. Now I just want to pounce on you. Okay. But
God's order. Thank you.
But overall, it went how it was supposed to go, So I'm happy that I spent the weekend with my husband and my mother-in-law. I love my mother-in-law. And we just had a really good time. So my weekend was everything.
Yes, and happy anniversary again.
Happy busted wide open day.
Okay.
Yes, you guys were right by our side a year ago, and I have
happy 1-year anniversary to my lashes too, because from Kia Wedding, and I love them so much. Like the makeup artist, she just let me know the brand. I just can't get rid of them. So Happy 1 year to those two. Thank you.
Yes to the lashes. And our makeup artist was Nadia Gardner. She is on Facebook and Instagram.
I need to
Nadia.
get them lashes, girl. Thank you.
I think it's Beauty by Nadia is her Facebook business page as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
She is in all caps.
Hook up via my bestie Melanie. Yes.
So yeah, she is wonderful.
She's
We
awesome.
can go ahead and move into the topic here of the night, which is let's get married.
Okay, since we stay in the marriage topic.
Okay, so here we are. You're newly engaged and planning your wedding, but your in-laws do not like you. They haven't held back on their opinions of you either. Do they deserve to be included in the wedding party? Would you allow them to help pay for it in order to be a part of it? Are you allowing them to call the shots regarding your day? How would you guys handle it? Like, let's go.
Wow. Okay, so I'll start. Unfortunately, I cannot attest to this because my mother-in-law is not, as far as I know, she loves me and I love her. From day one that my husband and I started dating, she was like, we were inseparable. And I actually allowed her to plan, our wedding. She was excited. I know she's a planner. So all I gave her was the colors, the scheme, and my husband and I just sat back because she did everything. So I was welcoming that. And I'm not really a girly girl unless I have to be. So I was glad somebody wanted to plan it and I ain't have to really pay nobody to plan. But as it relates to this question, like if my in-law, if she didn't like me and she made that perfectly clear, then no, ma'am, because I don't even trust you to plan my wedding. If you don't like me, I don't trust you to even take my thoughts into consideration. If you don't like me, this is going to end up being your wedding and how you want it to be, because you already feel some type of way. You might ask your son for his opinion, but it's not going to be what I want. And it's not just your son's day, it's my day as well. So that's a toughie. Jesus. What about y'all? What y'all think?
Let's say no. Yeah, Mr. Collins not paying for nothing because he's not going to have a say-so. This is my day, me and my boo's day, and I don't want no extra. I don't need the drama. Like, I already deal with a lot of anxiety. I don't need that. And then you telling me what I should be doing on my wedding. Like, you're not my planner. I didn't pay you to do all that. So yeah, you're not getting to say so. And that's just that. Like, you'd be lucky if you get an invite. Like, don't play with me like that. So I just feel when it comes to something like that, like how long have you not liked me from the beginning? Like, did you even try to get to know me, try to reconcile off the strength of your daughter, in my case, your daughter? Because, like, let's say, somebody I'm talking to and I, she do have sisters and one of the sisters I like and the other one is trash. I'm going to tell her, well, I would want the one that I like to be in my wedding. That's fine. But your other sister is garbage and I don't want her in my wedding. So at that point, we already going to have to compromise because I get it. It's her family, but it's also my day as well. So honestly, my answer to that, I just wouldn't even let my parents plan it. I would just tell them what their job is in the wedding, which is you dress what I put you in, you sit in the front, or you give me away and go sit down. And that's pretty much your only job. You come to the reception, you act, accordingly. And then when you start getting out of hand, then I got to get security to escort you out. So that's pretty much, how I feel about that. Yeah, I wouldn't let my parents plan any of it at all.
That's fair. Melanie?
Me, I think that if I knew my in-laws hated me, then it's probably not, well, for me anyway, I don't really want a big wedding when I get married. I want to go to the Justice of the Peace, and then a year later, I just want to have a big party celebration to celebrate our 1 year anniversary. So, but even thinking about it like that, going to Justice of the Peace, you still invite people. And I feel like if it's a point where they hate me, because I know when I ask for opinions on Facebook, I put that they hate. they hate you. So if they really, really have a strong dislike for me, even if I did want a wedding, we would just do justice of the peace, because it just would be weird to me, and I wouldn't want to put my future husband in an awkward situation, because he's already going to feel awkward to the fact that he still wants to marry me, knowing his family don't like me. So yeah, we would probably have something very, very small. Now, if I were to have a wedding, the answer would still be no, like no. And then I wouldn't even if they did like me, I don't want my in-laws to be on my side. Like, they can be on his side, but I wouldn't, if he has sisters, they not gonna be on my side anyway, like regardless if they like me or not. Like, I'm gonna have who I want. And just because you're their sister don't automatically, for me, doesn't automatically mean you're gonna be in my wedding party. But yeah, even if, and I wouldn't even want them to give me money to plan it or try to plan it, because I'm the type of person, if you press the issue to want to help me, I'm not going to really trust you, because I feel like you're going to hold that over my head. Like, you know, I help, and especially if you don't like me, that's always going to come up. No. But let me go to some. So I posted this on Facebook and Instagram, my Facebook and Instagram stories, and then I also screenshotted and put it on Facebook to get you all's, our viewers' opinions, to see what they say, because, you know, who wants to hear only our opinions all the time? So we do have, I will say, first of all, there's a lot of no's over the yeses. When we did the poll for the for Instagram stories, everybody said no. It was 100% no. But I do want to read a comment from Kendall. Shout out to Kendall. He's a client of mine. Yes, he says that, nah, just keep your money and show up with a good attitude. Because if you fuck the day up, I'm going to have to make you hate me. He also said, please post the results, because he wants to know how it goes. But so his is definitely a no, and you could keep your money, which is, I feel like that's smart. We did have a few yeses. Let me see. So, well, he has the Tish Dawkins, and I feel like that's he and his wife share Facebook, but I'm not sure. But he would still do it. He says, because like his wife always says, you're marrying me, not the family. So if they're willing to pay, that's actually a bonus.
Bonus, they're saying it's a bonus if they're willing to pay?
Yeah, it's actually a bonus. So he said
they would let them. Okay.
And he said, my in-laws hate me for real. We pay for our own. But the planning is usually the wife's duty anyway, so he wouldn't mind. Like,
okay.
Shout out to Wally.
Yes,
Wally said, they could kick all the rocks in Jesus sandals, Pooh. we would be breakdancing on 5th and K, butt naked in a rainstorm first. Whose wedding? We will not have it. So that's clearly a no for Wally.
Okay. No.
The Jesus sandals though?
Okay, that hurt. Shout out to Jarvis, Two Fists. That's our inside joke. He said, nope, get the fuck on. Taisha said, Quita said, nope, they'd be lucky if I even invited them. Tiffany, shout out to my loctician, Tiffany. She said her in-laws didn't hate her, but I guess the mother-in-law definitely tried to plan it. At first, I allowed it until I saw my venue and where the food was coming from. After that, I took back rank, and it was a whole another ordeal. And I asked her, how did she handle it? She said she actually let her husband handle it, which is, that's what you got.
The best that she could do, yeah. That's his people. Yeah, I agree with that. What's her name?
Tiffany.
Yes, Tiffany, girl. I agree with that. Girl. Shout out to you.
Okay. Our Kia, our loyal listener, Kia, she said in-laws love or hate or family. So yeah, in the wedding, they can pay as well, but definitely can't plan anything. And see, yeah, that's the tricky part, because it's like, are you just like, do you want to sabotage? Because if you're saying, well, I'm paying money, so I should be able to help plan it. That means like are you trying to sabotage my wedding? Like,
and I feel like if you're going to help me plan it, at this point, can you actually work on a relationship with me then too? Like,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
to know me, whatever the issue is that we're dealing with, if we can get past it, because you're planning my wedding means you're gonna be like side by side with me. I'm gonna want to go taste cake and all this other stuff. We're gonna be side by side, and just knowing somebody don't like me, to me that's fake, and I don't want that energy around me.
Oh.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to pay for it, that's all cool, but like work on a friendship with me, or work on us getting to someone. If we just can't get to that, then at that point I would just tell you, you know what, we don't even want to accept your money. We'll just wait till we save up and we'll do this all on our own. Because you are my boo's mom, you are definitely still invited. Anything, no questions, but I would prefer you not to plan my wedding, because I don't want that negative energy over me. Like, I can't stand a fake bitch around me. And I ain't with that. I ain't with it.
Don't blame you. We got a lot of more no's. We do have I think there's a kind of like maybe if they hate me, then the things I want from my wedding, they aren't gonna give me. They're not gonna give me, let alone pay for it. It seems like it would just be added on stress, so I probably wouldn't. Now, if they ran their ideas past him, and he played the middle person and a peace person, then I would allow it, as long as it doesn't cause stress between he and I. So that, I think that's good.
So it's letting the future husband, jump
like
that situation with his family. As he should, respectfully should. Yeah, I agree.
There's a couple more no's. Oh, my sister Christine, shout out to my sister.
Hey, sister.
Hey, sis.
She said no, and I wouldn't allow them to pay either. If you hate me, keep your pennies. Them paying seems like they want to have control and not be a blessing, which, that's...
Okay, sis. Okay.
We got a bunch of more no's. Candace said no. Maria said no. Well, Crystal, shout out to Crystal, Piggy Banks. Wait, no bacon. No bacon piggy banks. She has that business. But she said if they're paying, come on, assholes. So I guess she's allowing it.
Okay, listen.
Yeah, and she called them assholes. Okay.
Danielle said nope and no thanks. Kendra said no. Crystal said it depends. Nana said, shout out to Nana.
Nana
said, and she said hell no, and they can even keep their ass at home. So clearly.
Still mean. Yes, girl. Okay.
Yes. Clearly it's pretty much, the votes are pretty much no. We only had one yes for the Facebook stories, and all the rest were no. So right. I guess we all agree that we ain't got time for that.
It's a no. And then also we did get a question in the inbox. So guys, yes, definitely email. We're checking that too. First ladies 2412@gmail.com. And this one comes from Kia. Is it okay to invite your ex to your wedding?
Okay, so let me answer that. Absolutely no. Absolutely no. Okay. We don't know their motive for even showing up. Why they interested in showing up to your wedding if it ain't them you marrying? Like, no.
I think the only reason that you would is if they're like their parent of your children. Like, and y'all over it, like they got somebody else, y'all just co-parents and y'all have a healthy co-parenting relationship. Y'all nothing that is going on. Then I would do that. Invite that significant other, yeah.
So I will go back a little bit. So my husband and I said no exes at all to our wedding, because
that's understandable.
I know too many of the people he used to have as exes, and no, that would not have been a great wedding. Everybody would have been fighting. But anywho, we said no. But one of my exes did come, but it was because we tried to date back in the day, like long time ago, but we realized we were more family than like
right. Now I know.
Yes. So
yeah.
I still had to ask my husband if it was okay if I were to invite him. He's married. He's been married for I think 11 or 12 years. Shout out to my male BFF. But I still had to ask my husband to be. And if he had said no, then sorry. But he understood our relationship and he knew it was nothing, like that. So he and his wife came, his mother came, the whole family, because we're a big family.
See,
so
he had his own little thing going on. So
right. So that's why I say I agree with that. I forgot all about that part, but I agree. But let it be some random. No, thank you, no gracias.
Well,
I tell you now, I wouldn't invite none of mine. Mm-mm.
Well, me on the other hand, it depends. Like, I wouldn't invite all my exes because, like, a lot of my exes is trash. But, I do have an ex where I like, that's my dude. Like, we're cool as, well, let me not call her a dude because it's a her. But, like, that's my ninja. Like, we're cool dirt. And, like, we talk about our relationships, everything, give advice. Like, it comes to the point where, like, I dated her when I was younger, like in my beginning 20s type of situation. And, you realize you were better off friends as time go on. So I think she makes a better friend than what she was in a relationship. So we're mad cool. And I wouldn't have any issues like inviting her. Like, I've met some of her past girlfriends, hung out with them, everything. Like, there's no jealousy, is nothing of that sort because that's my past and I'm so beyond that. So I would give her an invite with her +1 to come to the wedding. But honestly, she probably would be the only one, but I would still take that up with my future wife, like let her know if it's okay because this is your day too. And I would want you to be just as comfortable as I am because none of your bald-headed bitches is coming to my wedding. So,
okay.
I would want her to be comfortable. And if she like, I'm just not there, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable or whatever, then, it is what it is. But that'd probably be the only one that would get an invite to the wedding. Shout out to Ari, the only one. And then everybody else would not get no invite, like, at all. And I will have security there because I don't think you about to just show it on up. So,
people just like to show up to weddings.
They do, and you will be escorted out by my security. Security, please. Just like that. Not
like
playing.
Like themselves.
Well, I didn't have security, but it was okay.
Do anyone else have anything to add to it before we move on?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't have anybody I could think of, but yeah, I wouldn't. None of my exes are crazy, and I wouldn't even invite my baby daddy because he wouldn't come with any ill will or nothing like that, but he just crazy. So he likes to have fun, and he probably drinks too much, and then no.
See, and security. My dad, security. I'm telling you, your security on deck. Not playing.
Yes.
Okay.
So go ahead, Buki. We can move on.
All right, so the next one is what's it called? No judgment zone. That's our no judgment zone topic. And so now if I click, is it still gonna show me? Because I did not pull up the what you call it. I have it up, but is it gonna mess up the camera?
It might freeze you if you're looking at it on your phone. I mean, whatever device you're using to do this.
I'm not on my phone. Hold on, wait a minute. I got it.
Oh, and our guest is trying to come in.
Oh, I told him we
text him.
Yeah, text him we late. So okay, but
let me tell him hang out in the waiting room. I'm gonna get him through.
Okay, so y'all can still see me, right?
I can see you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the no judgment zone. This is the topic. No judgment. I'm gonna try not to smile.
Okay, because it's
give me a second. Okay, so it says, my man's balls are pushing me to cheat. That's the title. I have been dating my honey for 2 years. I love him. We get along and he treats me well and I'm happy in the relationship for the most part, except when it's time for me to give him head. Okay. He has this bush of nappy pubic hairs that he refuses to groom. It's so bad that it gives off a stench, and I'm not sure if it's the hair for his balls. The stench is so bad that I want to throw up. And when I try to give him head, oh, wait a minute. The stench is so bad I want to throw up when I try to give him head, so that I really don't take that long. So I told him that he should shave some and clean it up, but he tells me that's gay for a man to groom his dick hairs. I swear I don't know where the smell came from. It wasn't always stinking like this. It's to the point that I focus so much on the smell that I don't even do it right. So he gets petty and doesn't give me head back that long. I don't know what to do because everything else is perfect. It's just that the intimacy is dying in our relationship. It frustrates me that he won't shave. I know if I smell him, he has to smell himself too. And then she says, how do I tell, well, I can't say she. How do I tell him to shave his dick? Wait, how do I tell him to shave because his dick stinks without creating a fight? I don't want to cheat on him, but I'm thinking about calling an ex just to be satisfied so I don't get I don't have to smell no stank dick. Please help me out. Hashtag NJZ. That's interesting.
Married. Like, why she can't talk to him? Like, y'all supposed to communicate, and why he's not budging, talking about it's gay to get off. No, it's not. Like, you clearly got a smell down there. She's clearly not giving you her all. You know, she's not feeling that tingly thing in the back of her throat. And to me, I don't know. I'm just too blunt. So for me, like, if I go down on the hoe and I'm like, girl, today, like, you want to handle that, or this is not getting handled. Like, period. There's really no nice way to say it. It's like, you can start out like, babe, let's go take a bath together. Like, let's go get kinky. Let's go do it in the shower. And then shower and start wiping him down and scrubbing his balls. And he's like, why are you going in like that? Like, cause I want to. Like, oh yes, get soap and sooty, and then, you know, clean them off, and then go to town in the shower. That's a little creative way if you're like more nice and not as blunt as me to try to, you know, do that. Or if you want to catch him when he's asleep or whatever, clean it off and wake him up to it, you know, that could be an option. But to me, I don't think there's no good way to do, like, your balls stink. Like, come on now.
I think he probably got something, because how come it came out of nowhere? It came out of nowhere, and he like, and then out of nowhere she telling him to shave, because apparently he ain't never shaved before.
But where he get that from?
Yeah, I agree.
So okay. I think something is wrong down there, because if the stench came out of nowhere and he's never shaved before and he didn't have it, now all of a sudden it stink. Like, something is wrong for it to be smelling. And that's probably why he like, no, I'm not doing that. That's gay, because when have I ever had to do that before? So, and he
when have you ever had this smell? You didn't have this smell before either.
And
like,
maybe
working out with no drawers on. I don't understand.
Maybe he's avoiding it. I don't know, but I do agree with you as far as like trying to spruce it up, just to get a way to see if that could be like a step one. Okay, let me wash them and see. But if she do that and it still smells, they need to go to the doctor.
Yeah, she don't need to be putting her mouth on that. Get to that mic, girl.
You know, I feel both of you, like, spice it up, because I'm that nice person. I'm not gonna
see. That's why you would have to be the sneak
and be like a thing. But I would do the shower. That's a really good way of doing it. But yeah, after you clean that and scrub that good and it ain't working, it's something internally wrong with it. Like, he needs some antibiotics, because there's something wrong with that, especially if it's all of a sudden. And then, I mean, understanding health a little bit, you know, it's sometimes people, you know, we can smell people, but people can't smell themselves. Like, we would think they smell so bad, how can they not smell it? But sometimes they really don't smell themselves. But yeah,
I think when it's that odor that come off your skin, but down there, if something, if you can smell my private, I should be able to smell my private, just like you.
Yeah, I agree.
But like, as far as like, you know, like if you were you know how people will drink and then they start sweating and you can smell the alcohol on them, but they can't
Coming
smell
out their pores, yeah.
it. That I do understand you're not gonna smell it, but if you got something going on down there and I can smell it and I'm not you, I know you can smell it. Like you got to, but
and then when you think of hair, even the hair on our head, if we don't tame it or tend to it, it's gonna stink. So I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot, and it's so bad. You want to go cheat? That's serious. Like
right, with an ex. That's why they're an ex. Like, don't open up that can of worms, girl, because you may not close it, and then now you're gonna have a whole nother issue on your hand. And hopefully you don't be on maternity court, because I be watching that, and they is some fizz. So. Okay. I mean, talk to him first, don't even take the route of cheating and all that. Like, talk to him. But the fact that y'all married, he really needs to compromise with you and see where you're coming from. And, like, this could boost up our whole sexual experience, because right now I'm turned off by you and you're my husband. So, yeah, like I said, do a little shower naughtiness or whatever, clean.
She could do, they could get a jacuzzi room, and then she could get underneath the jacuzzi and it come up and say, your royal penis.
Royal penis is
your highness, yes. And then let it tickle the back of her throat. Yes, okay. You know what I'm saying? So there's ways to get around it if you're not as blunt as myself. But I would definitely talk to him before you take that next route of reverting back to an ex, because that's why they're called an ex, because it didn't work out, because they're an ex. So that's pretty much what I have to say on that. Did you guys want to add anything before we move on?
Yeah.
Good luck to you and your honey's penis, because I'm confused. It's not gay to groom. It's many men who groom their private parts. I'm sure just like men want us to groom ours, we want them to groom theirs. So good luck to y'all.
And I want my women to groom theirs too. Yes. No.
Yeah. Okay. See. Yeah. You don't have to shave. Some people don't prefer shaving everything. You ain't gotta. Like, maybe he was thinking that, like, oh, that's gay. Like me shaving all my hair off.
Landing strip.
Yeah.
So give it a nice little fade. Give it a nice little fade.
Yeah, something, little flower, little heart.
Okay, listen. Or not even shave. If you take the trimmers and just trim off that, make it a fade. You ain't got to shave it.
They're giving you all kind of ideas, girl. You hear this? They telling you what your man, girl. You might want to take the clippers and trim it for them, because they is giving you all kind of ideas right here.
Yeah, you better use your child's school supplies, them scissors, and trim them scissors. There's no excuse. Scissors are everywhere.
Clean up scissors after. Thank you. Yeah, don't send your child with no pubic scissors to school. Yes.
Well, no, you keep those. You don't give them back to the baby. Jesus Christ.
Okay, my bad. So,
no, you don't give them back. Don't give them back to the kid, because then the scissors gonna be stinking.
So then we're gonna go ahead and move on into our Black excellence, because we definitely got our guests hanging out here in the waiting room.
Sorry, guests.
Yes, sorry. So the guest company is Prime Graphics, and he specializes in web design and audio engineering. He helps us put together our wonderful show that we bring.
Okay, shout out to our producer.
So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and admit him in.
Okay, with your microphone. Radio station.
Now we're back from our technical difficulties here.
And I got it. Welcome. Thank you.
Our Black excellence. Yes. Shout out to our producer, y'all. Okay.
Shout out to me.
People know what you do. What you do.
Well, I think producers a little overblown. Y'all do most of the work, for real. Y'all do most of the work. So for anybody listening, they do most of the work. I just make it look pretty. I set it up, make it look professional. Make it easier for everybody just to focus on coming and doing the podcast. And after that, they can just be done with it for the most part. So, yeah, if you're in the field for a podcast, you trying to start your podcast, you don't know how to get it going, holla at your boy. I
Okay.
got you. I'm gonna
Okay.
set you up nice. Ask the ladies. They ain't had to do nothing. I say, what y'all want? They told me. They got it. That's
Okay.
Right.
it.
That is facts. That is actual and factual right there. How long you been doing this?
Well, I've been doing graphic design, so everything that I do kind of encompasses what y'all are doing. So I do graphic design, which helps me with the logos and the thumbnails and the the banners and stuff. I do audio engineering, which helps me with the audio to make sure we're doing it kind of virtual and all of that. So trying to get it to sound the best. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've done my own podcast. We used to do one back in the day. Actually, Mel was a guest on the John one time.
That's on everything.
House. That's when I lived in a tree house.
Indeed. And we had a good time. We just didn't stay consistent. So I know how this podcasting thing can go. And I'm a big podcast fan. So I just know how it moves. So I just want to get into it. I think it's a big lane that people need to really look at because radio is gone. Like people don't really care, but people will listen to an hour and a half pod. And if you play it right, you can get paid from it. So just look into it. Just look into it if you got, something to say.
Yeah. And a lot of people got something to say.
Exactly.
Really, because they is just home right now, unemployed, and they just got a lot of opinions and a lot to say. I see you a painter too, because I see painting in the background. You Picasso?
Nah, that's actually my niece made both of those joints. I told her this would be her wall. You know what I'm saying? So the more she paint, the more I'm gonna put up there. I don't care how it look. I'm gonna throw it up there.
Oh, that's right.
That's cute though. She's pretty good.
Yeah. Nah, she actually did this big one, when she was in like the 5th grade. And then this one, you can't really see it, but it's more detail to it. She did that this year. So she know how to draw pretty good now. Yeah.
Alan, trying to tell you. Okay.
Yes, man.
So as far as like, okay, so it's the prime grad, it's all together. So you give the graphic design, you do the flyers, you do album covers, you produce, because you do music production as well. You still do that?
Yes, I do audio engineering. I don't produce. Yeah, because some people get confused with that.
You don't make beats and stuff?
No, I don't make beats. I make it sound good. I know how to make it sound good, but I don't make the beats.
Makes the beats though.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Now some producers do both.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Some producers, like famous producers like Dre, for example, he makes beats, but he's also really well known for being really good at being an engineer. And that actually what separates him from everybody. But yeah, I just do the engineering part. I do graphic design, like you said, flyers, logos, anything you need, really. Like honestly, this is something that I really feel weird plugging, but it's necessary. Obituaries. So right now, with everything going on right now, I know it's a sore spot, but these funeral homes get over on people with these obituary cards, like just designing the joint. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody really, I mean, like I said, I know it's a sore spot, but honestly, like, you don't have to holler at me necessarily, but holler at somebody more local that you can work with to get your design going, because these funeral homes going to charge you crazy just to have a weak design. You know what I mean? And I'm sure your loved ones deserve better. So that and web design is my main thing right now, though. Like web design is just where it's at. I started doing that about 4 or 5 years ago. Just helping somebody out. She was like, yo, you're really good at this. Just do it yourself. And so I started, learning, and I'm gonna do one more plug. The first company that really believed in me was this tour company called DC Nation Tours. I didn't have any experience. I didn't do it at all. She said, okay, well, I like what you did with my logo. I like what you did with the flyers. So, all right, well, let's get it going. You can do my website. So I was like, all right. So she allowed me to learn while I was working. So shout out to Miss Trav for DC Nation Tours. They do tours around DC, all the historical sites. You take a water taxi from the wharf to Georgetown. It's a beautiful thing. And sometimes being in the area, you want to be what's the word I'm looking for? A tourist. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to be tourists too. Enjoy your city, learn your city. So I have to shout her out because she really, really did good by me. So ever since then, like I'm up to about good 7 or 8 consistent clients where I'm on, contract monthly and yearly and all that good stuff. And it's been good. It's been good. So, yeah.
That's right.
So tell the people how they can reach you and, inquire about your services.
Well, you can find me on IG, MacGyver Biz. That's MacGuyverBiz at, on Instagram. So at MacGyver Biz. And then Gmail is the same, MacGyverBiz at Gmail. You can hit me with anything, websites, your graphics. If you're interested in doing a podcast and you need to learn how, holla at me. I'm not going to charge you just to talk to you. So if you just have a question, holla at me. So yeah, that's how you get in touch with me.
Yeah, it's good.
Nice. Do you want to leave the people with one last word? Anything?
I do have my own podcast. I had to slow down on it because I had some technical difficulties, but I'm back. So the name of it is I Don't Know What I'm Doing. I have no clue what I'm doing. The title is so crazy because I don't know
the name of it.
I have no clue what I'm doing is the title of the podcast.
Okay.
I really am getting started on it. I don't really know what the direction is. So far, I've done, pop culture stuff, the versus battles, things like that going on in the world. But yeah, check me out on Spotify and check the ladies out on Spotify too. Don't just look on YouTube. If you want to listen in the car and all that good stuff, Spotify, iTunes, they should be on everything. Drunken threesomes with the first ladies everywhere. So, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to get it popping. Also, one last thing. If we're going to do Black excellence, we got to do Black love. We're going to do Black love. We're going to do Black unity. If we're going to do Black unity, we got to stop the dumb shit.
Okay.
All right. I'm not a black on black crime type of nigga, but that dumb shit got to stop. Okay? All right, so that's my piece.
I'm about to go to church. I need to put my church hat on.
It's
but thank y'all for having me. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
Everything. We really appreciate it. We do.
And I got my healthy drink. So salute. Hold on. This healthy, I'm trying to lose some pounds. So hard seltzer.
No, this not clink. Yes, it's not.
Mine is empty. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, I'm gonna leave y'all. Thank y'all.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on, y'all. Make sure y'all, check Keith. Well, Mac out. He goes by
Biz.
Yes, check him out for everything. Like he's really good people. It's good, genuine, good dude. I only associate myself with good people, so make sure you. He the only Virgo though that I get along with, Virgo man, because I don't do Virgos, but I do Keith. So, not like that.
No, she don't do me like that.
Yeah, but it was funny because I feel the time Virgos be tripping.
Yeah. No, not like that, but we get along. We cool people.
Yeah, that's my folks, man. So
yeah, everything. You are
thank
amazing.
y'all, man.
Yeah.
Y'all are doing a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We trying. I think I'm a little tipsy right now, but we trying.
Oh, last thing, Kia, happy anniversary. Bet. Boom. I hit everything. I hit everything.
Yes, you did. Thank you for joining us.
All right, so you're welcome. So what do I do here? I hit leave. I just hit leave.
Yeah,
that's
you
what
just exit stage left.
All right. Peace.
All right, bye.
Yes, so guys, that concludes our show for tonight.
Who's on for next?
No thoughts, Trish.
Who's on for next episode for Black Excellence?
That would be our wonderful cleaning service, Sisters at Your Service.
Okay.
Will be next week, Excellence, Black Excellence, and Oh, as always, it was a pleasure kikiing with you girls. I really needed this because I
Yes.
had a serious anxiety panic attack, and like this, I feel none of it right now. I don't know if it's alcohol, but I feel none of it. And just laughing with you guys, like I really needed that today. So
Oh, well, you know we're always here.
Okay.
thank you so much. I ain't gonna drop
I'm about to
my
be
tear, but thank
knocked
you.
out. When this is over with, I'm about to go straight in the bed and snore.
Okay.
Tired.
Yes, well, I love you girls, and until next week. And if you guys were wondering, we are
Still going strong.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
no more. I can rank it all.
It's all gone.
Clink, clink, clink. Mine's gone. Later, guys.
Later.